Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. I am super excited for today's video. The beer's courtesy of Steven. Thanks so much, Steven. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. It's Saturday. On Saturdays, I do Cellar Saturday, where I drink something off of someone's shelf, someone's cellar, out of someone's cellar. So this beer is almost exactly 11 years old to the day. Which is awesome. And I'll be posting this pretty close to, it was bottled on February 21st, 2012. So I'm recording this very close and we'll be posting it even closer to the actual day. 8% alcohol by volume, develops in the bottle for up to 5 years, contains live yeast, a sediment may form. There's a ton of sediment. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up like this, so I did take a picture, so make sure you follow me on Instagram so you can see stuff like that. So Belgian-style ale. To me, this beer is kind of in the Abbey Ale Belgian double realm. I used to drink this beer a lot. I haven't seen it in a while. These like Goose, was it Matilda and beers like that. Sophie. I used to drink. Was it so? I think it was Sophie, right? Not Sophia. Sophie. I used to drink those, quite a bit. I mean, to the point where I bought 2 of these glasses. I don't know if you can tell yet. They're like the official glasses for this, these kinds of beers from Goose Island. Actually, they even have a picture on the back. And then just to be a history teacher for a moment, Pere, Jacques, probably mispronouncing it. I never took French. Was if I'm remembering correctly, a French Catholic monk who during the Holocaust saved a lot of Jewish people and then was found out and bounced around from concentration camp to concentration camp and ultimately die from that. I don't know if it was starvation or if they killed him, but probably weren't expecting that in a beer review. Sorry, history teacher, can't help it. Let's get into it. Beer reviewer, can't help it. Let's get into it. Oh, also one last thing. I'm going to assume this beer is fine, but I promise not to edit this. So when I open this up, if it gushes, I'm just going with it, and I'm posting it no matter what happens. And depending on the length of this video that you can already see, you already know probably if this was okay to drink or like if it just gushed all over the place and I had to cut the review short. But me right now in real time as I'm filming this, I have no idea. Let's find out. All that build up. 2-0. There was a little breath coming out. So that's something. It's got like all the little like bubble parts. I've seen that before. I don't know if that's an indication of anything. I'm trying really hard. I don't want to get any of the sediment to come out yet. I didn't want to pour too much. When I pour for the Instagram picture of it in the glass, I'll get all that goodness in there and then it'll probably have stomach ramifications later. Anyway, yeah, so like I was saying, it's like kind of in that Abbey Ale Belgian double realm. And it looks at it's got a nice like brownish orange, a little bit of red in there. You can see through it. Not a lot of head, but again, I was pouring super soft because I was trying not to get any sediment. Little bit of legs. Nice lacing. I mean, definitely sticking around. Looks the part. Let's get into the aroma. Lots of fig, like a lot. I can get some date, caramel, things like that, but for me it leads fig into plum. It smells stale, like all these things I'm saying, it's like stale versions of them. Not off, not like sour notes or anything like that, so that bodes well. Pretty hefty molasses, brown bread. I think they even use the, what's that, Belgian dark candy? Is that right? That's what it's called, right? That they put into this style oftentimes, or maybe every time you're supposed to. Light dusting of chocolate, like cacao powder, cocoa powder. But yeah, fig is the biggest one for sure. And again, can't overemphasize like a staleness to it, but it's like what's there smells fantastic. It's just like stale. I don't know, like chips are still kind of delicious, even if someone didn't close the bag properly and they get stale, right? It's like that kind of a thing. Oh, I like it. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Stephen. And again, hope you're doing well. This is fun. I'm not mad at the taste, but I'm not like, yeah, yo, age this beer for 11 years either. It really, a lot like the aroma, you get this cool fig, date, caramel mix with the, well, speaking of mixing, with this molasses note, that liquid brown bread for sure. Almost like a rye spiciness. Not that it's a particularly spicy beer, but like a little bit of rye. Super smooth. Not a ton of carbonation. Clearly. But it's not completely still either. A little bit of like this apple cider. Then the second I said that, man, it really hit date, caramel, but like with this almost savory quality. It's not soy sauce. It's what I keep going back to with molasses. It's like the closest thing I can think of. It kind of it reminds me of, I mean, beers like this I've had aged. Shocker, reminds me of that. I mean, you can even see like sediment like stuck to where the fill line was. Excuse me, what was I gonna say? Something about stale, maybe. Sorry, that just seeing that, I got a kick out of that. It has what I remember this beer having, but yeah, I mean, definitely past its peak. And I don't think Steven probably thought it was gonna be like, this is perfection. But it's not like horrible either. Like if I had purchased this with my own money back in 2012 and left it on the shelf, and I was drinking this as my own bottle, I wouldn't be mad at it. It's really interesting. It's fun. Oh, was I going to talk about maybe how it reminds me of like other beers like this I've had aged, where like it reminds me of like doing an English style, or not, sorry, an American style barley wine, where it's like, yeah, like there's hops, but it's like dead hops at this point. It's kind of like dead flavors at this point. Not to keep using the word stale, but like, like, oh yeah, I bet this used to be like really nice fig, and now it's like this stale, dying, dead, but still figgy. I'm not making this beer sound very nice at all. It is more interesting than delicious at this point, but it's not like a drain pour. It's not like awful or something either. But it does fall a lot more fun than tasty. Yeah, which is one of the things I love about aging beer is the experimentation side of it, and if you watch a lot of my Cellar Saturday reviews, I'm almost always either like, yeah, this is good, or it is better with this aging. And every once in a while, you acknowledge like, yeah, this is not as good as it has been. And certainly is not better, and that's what this beer is. And I'm super glad I got to wash this glass and use it, because it's been a while. So thank you for that opportunity too, Stephen. Have you guys had this beer before? Ever? Are they still even making it? Like, I guess I could look that up myself, but like, do you happen to know if they're still even making this beer? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's have a conversation. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both of those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.